Shalom everyone, welcome to day 4. Today I was using some sage to ward off mosquitoes from coming into my place, and that worked really well, so I'm glad for that. They don't like the smell of it, so once it's on you, it's pretty much like natural repellent, so really glad about that. Got my exercise mat for stretches and exercise in my morning program. I've got clean rainwater and drinking water for washing and drinking. Got all my kitchen stuff up here. And I just wanted to go through some of the morning routine and evening stuff that I do on a regular basis. A lot of people ask me why I look younger than my age and or how I maintain my looks and stuff, but and just health in general. This is psyllium husk. It's great for parasites, cleansing the colon and stuff. In here I've got a mixture of a bunch of things. I've put a couple of these kratom, which some states are against, and there's a lot of negative media about it, but it's really healthy for you for focusing or waking up in the morning or pain relief. Got ginkgo biloba, which is really great for your brain function, memory. Trickatu is a herb that's used for stomach digestion, discomfort. If you're having nutrient, absorption problems. Got my multivitamin, of course. All of this stuff's organic. Standardized B propolis. This is a really good immune booster. L-ornithine is a mineral that I take once a week. This is for the lymphatic system. It's an extract of Calendia echinacea and a whole bunch of other organic ingredients that I had picked up on sale. Devil's claw root is an extract, and I take that once in a while as well for parasites again and stuff. This is Regal Purple Gold, monatomic gold, and this is made with Dead Sea salt and gold mineral powder. And I just want to stop there for a moment because I just want to remind us all that you're special. When the Creator made us, He made us out of the ground, which is minerals, nutrients. And so taking things like clay and copper, colloidal silver. I haven't brought the colloidal silver and the cannabis oil here because those need to be refrigerated, so I haven't brought them to this place, but I take those regularly every morning as well. Continuing on with the issue of minerals and so forth and how the Creator made us, you know, it's great to know that you're made of gold and silver. You're precious. And so you need to treat your body and your mind, your heart, your spirit with the utmost care. Okay, continuing on, this is what I take in the evening. Kava Kava promotes relaxation and restful sleep. L-theanine, again for relaxation and cognitive function. Vitamin D, of course, which we get from the sun, but in the wintertime we don't get as much of it, so it's more important in the winter for me. Charcoal, activated charcoal I take after I've brushed my teeth. It's great for maintaining your teeth and whitening, supposedly. I haven't noticed too much in the way of whitening with regards to that, but definitely, again, going back to the minerals like gold, silver, charcoal, which brings us also to sulfur. MSM, if you wanted to research that, I've got a booklet over here. It's a great book on this called MSM and Mineral Ascorbates by Beth Ley, Ley, Jacobs. Getting back to this powder that I had for the morning, I talked about the kratom being in there. I've also got hemp protein and cricket powder. If you remember in the Torah, Yahudah gave them locusts to eat. And a lot of people don't really like that or talk about it much, but I believe it was a healthy thing that the Creator gave to them. Moringa leaf is from Africa. It's often called the tree of life. The leaves of it are great for a lot of different things. Same with the go-to cola leaf powder. And got more moringa. And this here by Lou Corona is called Pyridime. It's a raw life protein. And it's really great. It's got pea protein, hemp protein, Jerusalem artichoke, which is great for your blood, your heart, goji berry fruit, and then some absorbents to help your body to absorb those nutrients. You can use this in smoothies, or just like I put with my other powders and stuff, I just put it into like an orange juice or something of that nature. But that's my talk on health. I hope that it helps, gives you some ideas. A lot of these things are great for your immune system. I can't remember the last time I was sick, to be honest. I'll just give you an idea of the kind of books that are in my library. I've got all my stuff on hunting and whatnot, gun safety and so forth. But got my Brown Driver Briggs 4 Hebrew lexicon. If you want to look up how a word is used, its meaning, how it's traced, how it developed its meaning and so forth, that's a great tool to have. The Companion Bible has tons of footnotes on the history and archaeology or root words and stuff that are being used in a text. The Septuagint, of course, is the Greek translation from Ibrit or Hebrew. And it often corresponds to the Masoretic or the Samaritan versions. And this is why I compare the Samaritan version and the Masoretic version with the Septuagint when I'm looking at a particular verse or translating. Again, if you're interested in the Torah, check out my website, thewaythemosthigh.ca, and look under my section on Abrit, Aibret, and just click on that link and you'll find lots of information about going back to the original language of Scripture. And I've got also a PDF of Genesis 1 through 5. Those are the first 5 chapters that I've translated, and I've not returned back to that project since, but hopefully again in the future. The Bible in the British Museum. That's a great book on archaeological support for particularly the writings of Bereshit or Genesis. And there's lots of archaeological evidence that shows that the Torah is not just something that was just made up on the fly or whatever. Also, The God of the Mountain by Jim and Penny Caldwell talks about the Exodus, and it gives evidence, just like the Exodus case, Dr. Leonard Muller, about the Exodus. There is evidence of the altar of the golden calf, as well as the split rock that Moses split and provided water for them for a long time. There's water erosion from that split rock into the valley in which Yahudah had provided water for his people, as well as the mount, they call it in Arabic Jabal al-Luz or Jabal Makla. Those are the two mountains that are referenced as Mount Sinai and, sorry, one sec. And for that, you can go to my article on my website called The Real Mount Sinai. It documents these things in a short form and gives evidence of Yisrael or Israel going through Saudi Arabia, the peninsula there. Okay, we've got Defeating Darwinism by Philip E. Johnson, which is great, against evolution, as well as Modern Science in the Bible by Ben Hobrink, a really great book against evolution. And we've got one here on earthing, which talks about going barefoot or getting in touch with the ground, that there's energy in the ground and in nature, that when you spend time in nature, waterfalls, lakes, rivers, or you put yourself in the ground or you're walking on the ground, there's energy that is very healing. There's a documentary on earthing or grounding as well. I'm sure you can find on Google if you're interested. And that's my spiel for today about books, health. I had finished up my bed, supporting planks and stuff. It's all finished up now, so that's day 4. I'm not going to put in the window today because I don't want to get caught not having it done when it gets dark. And I'm going to make up some dinner now. So that's it for today. 2 days ago I had the children over to come see the place, and they really enjoyed themselves. We had campfire dinner. Yesterday I spent much of my day collecting a box full of tinder and some of the smaller pieces, and of course stacking 3 rows worth of firewood. And I'm still busy cleaning up this main area here. Of course I want to use this main area for building different things, so forth. As I was traveling through the forest, I found a whole bunch of discarded rain barrels, some garden tools and pots, stuff that I can use. So tomorrow I'm going to be collecting some plants that I'm going to transplant. Going to continue the gardening over in this area. My peppermint and chives are doing okay. Nothing much has changed here. I've put in my window. Got a bunch of tires ready to start doing the rammed earth, which got my sledgehammer for. I picked up myself a chainsaw as well, in case I need to remove any of this stuff here. And I've put tar all around the outside of my residence. Patched up that spot the bear had ruined. I do have an electrical outlet here. I just need to get an electric generator. And I'm looking at some different options as to using a car battery to make one, and different things. So this weekend I'm going to spend a lot of time, probably a whole day, on YouTube just looking at wild edibles, survival techniques, how to build off-grid homes, tiny homes, all that sort of stuff. Lots of daylight hours to work with right now. Really enjoying having a meal at the fire every night, listening to the birds that you may or may not be able to hear in this video. I've seen some woodpeckers and other birds, and the bear hasn't been around since day 3 of our battle. Of today is gone, but as you can see, got some wood there that I can use for construction, some wood that needs to be bucked up. These are all really solid. I can use those for posts in the future if I need to, and all the ground is nice and cleaned up. I used a lot of the gravel and mulch here to level out some of this back area, and I've got the rain barrels set up, so if it rains, hopefully we'll get some water out of that. Today is day whatever, living off grid. Today I picked up my goji berry, strawberries, echinacea, and got those planted and rooted. They're all doing well. Of course, my chives and peppermint, as you know, are doing well. And today we are working on rammed earth tires. I'm putting a bit of gravel at the bottom and then this heavier dirt, clay, sand stuff will be pounded in at the top level of each tire. Well, this is not a job for the faint of heart, and you certainly have to be fit for it. Lots of wheelbarrows full, but finally, after about 2 hours, I've got one packed out. Most of the other ones are filled with stuff, but this one's packed and level. Got my trowel here, hammer, all that sort of stuff. It's great work. Definitely a lot of fun and exercise. A lot of sweat. Stay hydrated, folks. Shalom. Well, friends, this is the first real great downpour since I've been out here, and it's 8:30 now, and I'm pretty wiped, tired from doing those rammed earth tires. Got 3 of them done, and I think probably in a 12-hour shift I could probably get maybe 8 done total. So it's a lot of work, and be interesting to see what it's like tomorrow, with the wet mud and stuff like that. So we're going to give it my best, even if it's raining. I'll put on my rain suit and get out there and see what I can do. I just love the sound of the wind and the rain. I do have tin on the top of my roof, so kind of enjoying the downpour, the weather. And I give praises to Yah for a successful start at this tire wall. It's going to keep my earth ship, my home, warm and protected for years to come, and doesn't cost me anything except for my labor. Got half a barrel full. I emptied out those other 2 into this one. Now I got fresh rainwater. So I've got my first bucket full of rainwater, just filtered through a cloth and then filtered through my Brita. Nice, beautiful, clean, fluoride-free, non-city garbage water. This is the fresh, clear, nature's best. Yeah, you can definitely taste the difference. Praises to the Most High. Well, I've come to the end of another long, exhausting day, but I've got 7 over here done, and 3 over here that are done, and 4 more that are almost halfway done. And I got all those left to do. So, a lot of work ahead of me, but I figure if I do between 10 and between 10 tires a day, and should be done within 3 weeks, somewhere around there. So that's it for now. Tomorrow is my day of rest and worship. Looking forward to that.